So I had to grind the bolts off of this bumper. There was no way. I tried the impact on them, but there was no way it was coming off. Let's try to. No, she's still hanging on. And that's the impact I tried, not the little handheld one. So that one, that's for car tires. That should have taken them off, but it would not budge. It stripped them more than anything. And oh, she's still attached somewhere. Is there a middle bracket on these? Must be. Oh, I gotta undo the trailer hitch thing too. This one's still attached. That's not attached. I think it's just held on by the... I'm not sure. Oh, there's a middle bracket behind this, yeah. Those two bolts right there, I guess. So there we go. It's off. Just like that. Got my, I guess I got my license plate light. I have to get off there, but that's about it. Should be good. Alright, so test fitting the tow truck bumper. I've trimmed off some of it so it would slide in. See down in here, slid it in toward the, made a groove in the frame. Can you see that? Yeah, you can see that. Right in there. Made a groove, so I slid that bracket down in. Same on this side. Right there, it slid right in nice and tight there. So I think I can weld this bracket right to this truck frame. Same on the other side. I can trim this back to weld to this side. This bracket here to trim back to weld to this side, and then I could gusset it some spots even off the hitch if I wanted to. But the main weight of the bumper is going to be welded right to the trailer hitch of this truck. So you can see it's sitting right up on the hitch there. So that's not going to go anywhere. That's going to be the main support. These are just so it doesn't flop side to side or whatever. So it's not a big deal on these ends, but the main weight's going to be sitting right there, obviously. So I'm happy with that. Get that all marked out and cleaned up and welded and cut and butted and all that business. And yeah, I started putting a few tacks on there and ran out of welding wire. So that's what I got for now. The bumper is on. Backed it into the shop here to get the welder going, but anyway, it is going to be welded right to that hitch into these brackets. I don't think it looks horrible. I mean, if I had a flat deck or box on there, it might be nicer, but it's just a toy for around the yard and something to look a little tow trucky, I guess. Yeah. Hey, I'm going to order some wire and we'll get back to the video probably tomorrow or the next day. Have a good one. Alright, we're back. We got some welding wire. Get this bumper welded on. I haven't done anything since the last video, except it rained and it's a little rusty. What can you do, right? So I'm going to get this wire put in and we'll start welding it up. Okay, we got that welded solid across there. Got it welded there. I welded it all in here, all there. Where else? All inside there's all the way down welded. Welded it there. I put a bolt in here. This wasn't to the frame, so I put a bolt in here, welded down. It's hard to get in there with my welder, but anyway, it's all welded. It's not going anywhere. So it'd be pretty good. This is a 1/4 inch plate right here, so that's not going anywhere, and that's welded solid right across. And like I said, this isn't towing public cars on the highways. This is just to look cool and, in my opinion, look cool and maybe move some cars around the yard, you know, stuff like that. So I'm going to go get the sling. The sling is on my other truck, and you would not believe how heavy these slings are, so I'm going to use the skid steer. So I'm going to get in this thing, and we're going to get that sling. And I'll be right back. Alright, we got the sling on. We'll back and get it. Drag it on the ground a bit. The skid steer is a two-hand operation, so I'll be right back. Alright, that's the sling I'm going to use. That bolts here, and the top hangs up here, and that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to unbolt these and mount. This thing is super heavy. You would not believe how heavy this thing is, and awkward. It just pivots and swivels in so many spots, it's unbelievable. But anyway, I'm going to unbolt these, bolt those to the bumper first, and then I'm going to try to lift up the skid steer, get it in place, because it's awkward. I can lift it, but it's awkward, and doing it with one person is just, ugh. So change of plans. These are welded on. Where is it? Right there, they're welded on. So I got one bolt in, right there, just slightly on, so I can get this one. I got the nut off this one, but this one is not coming off. These are welded. I was going to put the brackets on before this, but they're welded on. These bolts are crap. I would just cut these off, but I don't have long enough hardware to put back in here at the moment. So I'm just going to lightly assemble this thing with a bolt on each side. This one's going to have to be cut off. I can't get it. It's seized solid. I don't have any torches here. So I'm going to cut that bolt off, and then I'm going to mount this side loosely, and we'll just get a mock-up of what's going on. Alright, so I got one bolt each side loose. They're not, like I said, I'm going to replace all that hardware because it's rotted. And these, I got to cut these off because they're welded, and then I can get these in properly. But for now, I just want to get a visual. That hook has to go up on that hook to lift a car. That's what you got to do. So I don't know if I can lift this actually, or if I'm going to get the skid steer. Yeah, I'm going to get the skid steer for that. And we'll lift that up into place. This skid steer comes in handy, but it is for what I don't really need it. So, it's going to be dropped a bit. Oh yeah, that's tougher than, maybe I'll grab it on the bottom and lift it. I think that's the better way. Then I can manipulate the top into place. Anyway, I got to pause you because this skid steer is impossible to do with one hand. Alright, so that's basically the setup. I was wrong. I thought the clevis was going to go on here up to here, but no. This will, so you put a chain through here, and it's got a locking spot right there. The chain slides through, and that will give you your height of your sling at the back. If you have lower cars, higher cars, whatever, you adjust it there, because that's as low as the boom's going to go right now. It's in its resting position. Like I don't have the motor for it, the pump installed on it yet. So I got that sitting there like that. And then if you're hooking up a pickup truck, you'd back up. The bumper would rest in here, both sides. You would put chains to the control arms or something somewhere on the truck, and you would run the chains up into here, lock them in. Same as here, you lock them in, and then you raise the boom, and the truck lifts and it's suspended on this, and this pivots and swivels and does all the good stuff that the truck would need to do while it was moving and driving. So yeah, that's it mounted loosely. The boom's on, but the sling is, I got to get hardware. So I think it looks pretty cool. I don't know, it'll definitely work for what I do around here, easier than me putting ropes on them and pulling them around. And like I said, it doubles as my plow truck, so it's multi-purpose. There's the old plow. Dog's having a nap. Chickens are everywhere. Chickens are there. Beautiful day here finally. We've been having such miserable weather. Chickens all over the place. Dog's in the sun. Truck's ready to go. Yeah, So that's it. That's my until I get hardware, that's it. It just looks cool right now. I think it looks cool. I don't know if you think it looks cool. Give me a thumbs up as well. Obviously it's rusty and needs paint and not roadworthy, but it is what it is. You know how it goes. If you like what you're seeing, like, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff, and thanks for watching. Hope everybody's having a great day and enjoying the nice weather finally.